Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are watching from. Trying to get my computer set up so I can see what you guys are saying. The YouTubes. What up, YouTube? What up, YouTube? It's been a minute. Let it all work out. Let it all work out. Hi, Lala. Natalie. How's everything been going with everybody? The picture that you see on the screen is the new waffle that we started. If you guys aren't familiar with the term waffle, it's basically a raffle. There's some weird lingos that you gotta use weird lingo because you can't use certain words on TikTok, and raffle is one of them. And monetary apps are another, so we kind of improvise and say little code names, if you will. But shout out to Robin here from YouTube. She won the last skirt waffle, and when I went live, I let you guys pick the next one, and the purple one was a popular one. So that one was my newest one. I didn't get a chance to post a photo of it, so whoever was on that live got to see it, and that was the popular one of the night. So we went ahead and put that up for the waffle. So if you guys are in need of a skirt, or if you're in need of a gift, it is 32 inches long, and it can fit anyone from a 1X to a 4X. If you wanted to enter, we have 10 spots available, and same with like the last time, if you guys were present, we do a spin the wheel. It's a generated site where we just enter all your names, whoever enters, and then we're gonna do last man standing. So we just go through all the names until everybody's booted out, and then whoever's the last one remaining is the one who wins. I would suggest buying more just to double your chances of winning, but that's totally up to you. You spend your money how you want to. Um, but the way it works is 5 points, $5. We have to say points on TikTok. 5 points gives you one spot, or if you want to pay 20 points or $20, that gives you 5 spots, so you get an extra one free. So if you do want to enter for the skirt that's on the screen, you can CashApp, Venmo, and PayPal. They're all the same. What would Kitty do? And then if you wanted to pay Zelle, all you would do is add at yahoo.com. So totally up to you. I just posted it up there for you guys. Didn't want to leave you guys out. But it's posted everywhere else. It's posted on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. So do with that information what you shall. The skirt is pretty. It's it's giving me like flower power vibes. Has a lot of florals, like it's giving like Austin Power hippie vibes. And then there's a bunch of florals, and then there's some butterflies on there as well. But it's that was the one you guys voted on, so, or whoever was present that night. But anyway, how many people are on 12? It seems like it's been a little dead over here. I don't know if it's just my channel or I haven't really got any notifications of anybody else going live, so I'm kind of lost. But I feel like I keep trying to come live over here and restore the the connection that we once had, but it's not working. So I don't know. I don't know. Is YouTube a thing anymore? Or should I just focus all my time on TikTok like everybody else does? Let me know in the comments. I know people keep saying that, like when I do pop-up sales, nobody goes live. I'm like, I try to, but nobody talks. Anyway, I'm beading. I'm doing a custom order right now. I haven't really focused a lot of my time on beading, but one of my friends, she messaged me the other night and asked me if I could make some earrings for her. So I said sure, because I haven't picked up this needle in a while, and it was a little bit of motivation for me because I wasn't doing nothing, honestly. So but I'm trying to finish. I will finish these today. I need to go ship them off today These are going to White River. I believe, yeah, I believe she said White River. I TikTok. Don't let me down. That's how I feel when I come over here. Don't let me down. I have hope in you guys, man. I have hope in you guys. I know you guys are. I know you guys are out there somewhere. Is it just? Am I coming on the wrong time, or I feel like I used to be able to come on at any time, and you guys were there. Or is it just you ain't got no love for Kitty no more, or what? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Seriously, I'm trying to figure out where to really put my time and focus my time as far as social media goes. And me and you guys we're barely hanging on a string over here. And I know there's other YouTubers that think and feel the same. They just don't have the balls to say it. So you guys let me know. The ball is in your court. Yeah. 2000, I think in 17 is when I started. Let me look at my first video. I kind of have a feeling we're like, I don't know. Let's see. I don't want to speak too soon. I'm trying to really stick around over here. Let me look at my when I first started. I know it's been shit. It's been a long time. This 7 years ago. I know I had uploads before this one, but I took them down because they were kind of crazy. Let's see when to be exact. Does it show the date? April 2018. 2018. I believe it was 2017 though, because that was when I know it was 2017. I just deleted those videos because some of them are kind of crazy. I regret it now, but That's my new song. Don't let me down. Captain Kirk is sending me something on TikTok. Curtis was my first mod here on YouTube, and he was my first mod over there on TikTok. Hi Charlie. It's funny seeing people's first time videos. It shows the format that they're done on the phone with narrow margins. I know they look all crazy. Even my phone that I have right now, that I got with the help of you guys, I still have it. I'm still using it. This phone has been with me since 2021, but it's crapping out now. So I need to really and I keep going back and forth about iPhone. I like the I'm an Android girly through and through. Always been an Android, never owned a iPhone. Tried to, I was gifted one by by somebody that was a great supporter here once upon a time. And I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. It was always like heating up when I would try to like go live and stuff. It would be all hot. And it was just like real simple, like real basic. Like me, I like to multitask and I like to do a zillion things at one time. And I couldn't do that with the iPhone. And I was like, what the heck? It's just too simple. I mean, I some people like simplicity, but not me. I'm complicated. And so I was like, I tried so hard to like it, but it was just I was just too used to doing a lot of things that I do with my Android. And then I didn't want to be like greedy either and keep it, and not use it, because that's somebody gave that out of love and somebody gave that out of, they spent their money on it. And so I felt it was appropriate that I don't keep it since I'm not going to use it, and maybe they could get their money back because it was a brand new phone. And so I gave it back, and I kind of think the person was a little offended. I guess I would be too, You spend a lot of money to help somebody and invest in somebody, and then they don't like it, like I was just being honest. I was just being super honest. Like I don't want to keep it and not use it, and I just thought it was appropriate to just give it back, and so I did. But anyway, ever since then I haven't looked at an iPhone or anything, but Keanu recently got his phone. His dad got him a phone, and I was looking like at his camera and stuff. I do like their camera on there. I like the video. I like the video settings on the camera. I do like that. It looks really crisp. I've noticed that the iOS, the stabilization is really smooth when it comes to iPhones. And I feel like even at concerts, when you're like if you're vlogging, it shows up really nice on an iPhone. But the cons with it is I feel like it doesn't have good zoom capabilities, and I feel like that's like the only part that I've noticed. It doesn't really zoom well. It's real shaky when you try to zoom into something. That's the only thing I have noticed about the iPhone. So I'm kind of thinking of getting it, but I don't know. I kind of feel like iPhones are overrated. I, I kind of feel like the only good thing about them is the camera. Not the camera where you take selfies, but the camera where, as far as recording, that's the only thing I would use it for, is the camera quality for recording. And possibly like the photos, yeah, they probably come out a little bit better. So I'm really torn on if I should give up my Android ways or if I should just be like everybody else and get an iPhone. I love watching your channel when I get a chance to watch. Thank you, Charlene. I don't know. What do you guys have? You guys have iPhone or do you guys have Android? The thing I don't like about iPhones is that you gotta pay for everything. You gotta pay for storage. You gotta pay for um the apps, like I don't know. I feel like iPhone's really good at taking people's money. um that's the thing I don't like about it. You have to pay for like all this extra storage. You gotta pay for the cloud. You gotta pay for um what else was there that I don't know. It just, do you have to have like, and once you get an iPhone, do you have to have an iPad? Do you have to get an iMac just to function with the iPhone, or can you just have the iPhone and function with other devices, tablets, laptops? Um, I don't know. I don't know if I can give it my Android ways. I have an Android phone. See, this one is a 2021 phone. It's not even like a flagship phone. It's like mid-range. The reason why I got this phone was because whatever money I was sent during that time when my other phone crapped out, it was in the budget. And so I paid for this phone just with whatever I was given, and it was enough to buy the phone with the screen protector and the case. So I've had it about 4 years now. 4 years. The operating system, like the system in general on this phone, it maxed out on its upgrades. Like it stopped. I think it only came with like 2 or 3 upgrades, and that was it. So my system is still on Android 10 right now, and I've been doing a lot of vlogging. I've been not making a lot, but I've been trying to be a little bit more active for my small business on TikTok. And I notice I have a really hard time. Like, it's really slow. It takes forever to, even when I have 5G, 4 or 5 bars, like excellent signal, it just like takes forever to upload. The system keeps crashing. Like, And then I have a crack on one of my lenses now, and it's just like I need a new phone, but I want to invest in the right one. It's really hard. It's a big decision. It's a really big decision. In the time I've had my current iPhone, I know people who have had to replace their Android 3 or 4 times. See, and that's another pro. We should do a pro and con. Let's do a pro or con. Because I feel like I'm gonna use. Let's do pro and con. Team Android, team iPhone. Let's do iPhone, Android. Okay, let's see. Charlie said, in the time I've had my current iPhone, I know people who have had to replace their phone 3 or 4 times. That is true. That's one thing I can say that I do like that I've heard about iPhones is that their operating system, you could have an old ass phone and still be up to date with the system. That is one thing I will say. So, operating system, operating system updates. That is true. Android, I feel like storage is a plus. Yes. I need another. These are pros right here. iPhone, Android. Cons. The bill was passed and the House was just finalized. About what? I don't watch the news. I'm a lost soul over here. Okay, iPhone cons. I heard they drop and break pretty easily. Especially the screen. This phone has been dropped, I don't know, thousands of times. And the lens finally cracked only because I dropped it like right on a metal thing. So stupid. Oh my god. Um Breaks easily. Android cons. For my current one, it's the limited operating system upgrades. Okay. Another pro for Android would be Zoom capabilities. Zoom for camera. And that's a con for iPhone. Cheap zoom. Another con for iPhone would be pay for, what do they call it? iCloud. Um, don't you have to? Well, I guess they all pay for like if you wanna the more storage. Some of them though they have SD slots where you can Buy the card. I don't know. I think the newer ones don't have the SD slots no more though. So that might be a con now. No SD card slots. Does anybody else want to chime in? Feel free to talk shit on Android. The zoom camera, yes. iPhone, I would say camera quality. As far as stabilization. Android stabilization. I feel like on real what are they called? I'm in the mid range right now, so the high end ones they do have decent stabilization. Hi Angela. You have to pay for Google Cloud data, but you don't get bugged about it. Oh yeah, I never see. That's what my storage is. I have 1 T on my phone, so I don't even worry about storage. Yeah, I guess that would be a con. Um, Google Cloud. Let's see what else. With the iPhone, are you able to multitask? Like on my phone? Wow, this was a few years ago when someone gifted me that iPhone. I don't know if they've updated their whatever to fix what I'm about to tell you. The reason that I was turned off by the iPhone was when I would have my phone out, I would want to watch YouTube on the corner of my screen. Well, actually, with Android, you can split the screen. I don't know if you can do that with iPhone, but I could be watching YouTube, editing a document, and then checking on other apps all at one time. Can iPhone do that now? Because I know at the time when I did have that, it was an iPhone 13. You couldn't do that. And I was just like, dang, this this sucks, because I like to do a lot of things at one time, especially if I'm really like into like a show or something. I like to like see it, hear it, do something over here, and then do something over here all on one screen. Can iPhone do that now? Because at that time it couldn't do that, and I remember I was complaining about that. If you the OGs that remember, you remember me complaining about that. I'll bloat the software on Androids. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, you can. Okay, okay. Shit. So you can multitask, right? Interesting. Someone was telling me that too. I think I was live on TikTok and they were saying that you can do that. I can do that. You have to like enable something. And I was like, really? Because at the time I could not do that. I was so mad. I was so like, I had to stop watching YouTube, click out of it just to go do something else. I was just like, this is not This is not fun. Hey, I can show you. Yes, multitask. But you can't split screen between two apps. Only on the iPad. Um, between two apps, only on iPad. Really? Okay, see, that's a con for me. No screen splitting. Sounds like they came up from that because I remember I seriously remember I could not do that, and that was like the main turn off. I was like, no, this is not gonna work. Okay. Does anybody else have anything to chime in? These are pros. Come to me, I'll show you. iPads and Mac are not necessary, but they complement it well. See, that's one thing I don't want to do. I don't want to have to buy a tablet and then buy a new computer. And would I be able, especially like as a content creator for editing, could I just do all of that? I know I can do that just on the phone. So I don't necessarily have to get if I was to get an iPhone, I don't have to get an iPad or a iMac then, right? Do they, is that what it's called? Apple iMac? I don't know what the hell they're called. Can't download and save torrents on iPhones. Ooh, that's a con. Dang. Whereas over here you can. um so everything over there would have to be legal then, like you have to actually buy stuff. Dang. Let's see. How about like do you, when you have an iPhone, do you have to pay for like a subscription to anything? See my phone right here? I have both and I love both equally. I know some people have multiple phones. I just say have one of each. Well, this one is crapping out on me. That's the only reason why I'm even entertaining the idea. This phone is the one that all of you kind people have gotten me. Back in the day when my other phone, I don't know what I think I dropped it and I didn't have insurance. Something stupid, but this phone I taken really good care of it. I mean, for the most part. Um and this phone is a 2021 phone, but the operating system is maxed out. I'm operating on Android 10 when everybody is on what, Android 15, 16? So I notice it being a big problem when I do videos and stuff, especially trying to upload. It's really been um, slow and it crashes out a lot now. I've noticed it more and more within the last couple of weeks. Sometimes the offer for free Apple Music. Oh, how does Apple Music work? Well, I don't pay for anything on my phone right now. Everything is either from YouTube or um like Pandora, or I don't really listen to music like that enough to like pay for a subscription. But as far as like having an iPhone in general, do you have to pay for anything to be a part of their club or whatever, like in order for it to operate successfully, or no? It just seems like you have to pay a lot of extras just for extra things. I don't know if that's some you do, some you don't. You don't have to, but they give you free Apple TV with the new product bought for a couple of months. That's only a couple of months. Sometimes the offers for free Apple Music. Oh, wow. See, I don't really, that's nothing. Which video extension do you love to use to edit with on your YouTube? I use I use KineMaster. I used to I've had it for years and it's really simple. I don't really go all out on editing enough to like have a real kick-ass editing system. This one is pretty beginner friendly. So that's the only reason why I stayed with it for so many years. Plus, they used to give me like a really good deal to where I only paid like a couple of dollars for it a month. Like they would knock off like 60 or 70%. And I would only pay like a couple dollars for like a year or two or something like that. It was a really good price, but now they got me and now it's expensive and I don't even think it's worth it. Maybe if I don't know if they have it on iPhone. Let me look because I'm really used to this system. Yeah, they have it. I'm really used to that system. I just don't like it because it's the cost of it monthly. I don't feel like it's worth that much. There is one that I have in mind that you just pay for it one time and then that's it. You don't have to. I don't know if you have to pay for like upgrades or system. No, I don't think you would, huh? You don't have to pay to be a basic user, only the phone service and data, of course. Not the software. I meant MP4, or that doesn't matter. Oh, you mean, what do you mean? I meant MP4, MP3, or does that matter? You mean for like movies, or the extension do you love to use to edit with your YouTube? That's what I use. That's the software I use. Oh, I MP4 is what I MP4. Mm, storage, Zoom, torrent downloads when you export your videos. Yeah, I usually export it to MP4. Um, I feel like storage, Zoom, or download. Split screen. Split screen. Oh, with my phone has it has a lot of like cool little I don't even know how to describe it. Cool little things that you could do with it to like let's see. So like when I want to turn on the flashlight, I don't have to iPhones record and export in moving natively. See, I don't know if I'm sure like I could figure that part out. I'm not too worried about um exporting anything. I'm sure that would, if they have it on iPhone app store, I'm pretty sure it's compatible. You know what I mean? So I'm not too worried about that part. But like my phone, if I want to turn on the flashlight, I just shake it like it's called the chop, and it's a Motorola phone, so you just and then it comes on. Where everybody else, they have to like physically hold their phone, press, Me, I just go and I've had it for I've had Motorola for so many years that that's like one thing that it's just convenient for me. And then when I turn on my phone, I just let me see. Trying to find something. If I turn on my phone, I just shake it and the camera comes on like so it's just really convenient for me, especially as a content creator. If I'm like something's happening right there, I just go and then I'm like, it's real fast. Like that's a pro for me. The Moto flashlight and camera. What else does it do? Does Apple do screen sharing? Like, can you share your screen to any device? The video editing software that is free for Apple is pretty decent and simple. We're kind of looking equal as far as there's something where you tap the back of your iPhone, you can turn on an app or feature. I don't want to do any fingerprint or facial recognition stuff. I have that on my phone, I just don't use it. I have my I'd rather not. So, to have an iPhone, do you have to enable those in or can you just get by without having to use those, the fingerprint and the facial recognition? I'd rather not. I'd rather not. You don't have to use those. Okay. Well, I don't like using it either. Yeah, I'd rather not. What else? Mm, I don't know. That's all I can think of. I was looking at the Google phones. There was talks. I was kind of waiting around for Motorola because I love Motorola. I love Motorola. Um, they do suck though. They do suck on the operating upgrades. Like I said, this phone that I have only came with two. I've had this phone since 2021. I've already maxed out the upgrades and I'm still barely on Android 10. So that's the sucky part. Um, the reason why I was hearing rumors of a Moto phone coming out with a 200. They have really good cameras. Motos have good cameras. That's a pro that I like. As far as Moto, the the, the brand Motorola. Um, so this phone, when I got it, the megapixels on this phone is 108. 108. And in 2021, nobody could beat that. That's the reason why I got this phone. And this is a mid-range phone as well. It's not even like nowhere near Samsung, like, you know. So there was talks of and rumors of Moto coming out with a mid-range phone that has a because they use Sony, so they were talking about, or there was rumors saying that they were going to come out with a phone, a mid-range phone that has 200 megapixels, and everybody was going crazy about it, talking about it. And they were saying it was going to be released this year sometime. People were still talking about it. I don't know if it's coming out or not. But one thing that Moto does is they'll make a phone and they'll release it everywhere else, and then they won't release it in the U.S. So that's the only thing I don't like about that. That and their operating system. And then if you try to buy that phone that you really, really like, that everybody raves about, from like India or from like the UK, and you bring it here to the US, it won't work. Um, so that's the sucky thing about Motorola. I'm still hearing stuff about it, but if they can make a 108 megapixel camera, they can easily make a 200 megapixel camera. And I'm kind of hoping it's not just a rumor. Um, what was it supposed to be called? Um, yeah, it says it's expected to have the following specs: 6.2-inch display, um, triple rear camera, 200 megapixel, 50 megapixel, 50 megapixel, and optimal, what is it? iOS stabilization. The RAM 20 or 12 gigabytes, storage 256 gigabytes, Um, but I don't know. That was just a rumor. I don't know if it still is or what. It just says coming soon or rumored to be released in, they have like, some people said April, some people are saying June, some people are saying September. I don't know. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm behind on the viral pod. Let's see what. um, I don't like using. Is that the last? Um, I don't know. It's really hard for me to decide. I'm still having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like my Moto flashlight and camera. Um, there's a lot of things this phone does that I don't even use, but I know there's like a lot of, like even the newer ones. Now my head's hurting. um, let's see. I was looking at the Google ones. The Google, I don't even know. Pixel? All right, friends, I need to ship this package out. Thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit. Again, if anybody wants to enter the skirt waffle, I will show you the info. One spot is 5 points. 5 spots is 20 points. You can pay with either one of these. Message me, let me know if you're, when you do send your payments, I can write you down. There's 10 spots left. You do not have to be present when we do the waffle I'll announce it, and I'll probably did what we did the last time. I'll go live on TikTok and YouTube at the same time. And what else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. The skirt is 32 inches long, and the waist, it can fit anywhere from a 1X to a 4X. If you want it smaller and you do happen to win, I can definitely custom size the waist for you to get it to your specific waist size. Um, that's only if you win though. You gotta win. You gotta win for me to resize it for you. Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta get these earrings shipped out to wherever. You guys have a good rest of your day. You guys come on later. Hi, Curtis. You guys come on later and hear me on here. Leave a comment, because I'm really trying to stick around over here for you guys. I really do. It's kind of sad. I'm low key kind of sad. Like, dang. We'll see though. We shall see. Um, Anybody who's new here, I do take custom orders for skirts. I do ribbon skirts, 3-tier skirts, 2-tier skirts. I make patchy camp dresses. I make ribbon shirts for males, anywhere from baby all the way up to 5X. Same with all the dresses and skirts, anywhere from baby all the way up to 5X. I make custom earrings. I make wallets, scrunchies. Oh, what else do I have? I think that's it. And I sell cosmetics. So all of the handmade stuff will be on Bijan Beauty social medias. I'm not very good at updating my website. It just takes forever to to take product photography and then have to find which one looks good and then which has the best lighting and then upload it and then write a description and then write the amount and write how much you invested in it, your profit margins, quantity, if you have different colors and sizes, like it just takes forever. So I just throw it on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. So if you like the handmade stuff, let me know. Reach out to me, any social media at WhatWouldKittyDo, Bijan Beauty, or you can email me. So yeah. We'll see you later, friends. Happy 4th of July tomorrow. Um, just another day over here. Just another day over here. I don't have no plans for 4th of July. But you guys be safe out there. What was your number again? I don't have a number no more. Okay,